part of the reason it should feel good to you is you have so much free choice in the matter. I'm not saying everyone has to record their part to this piece and put it together into video. I'm not saying you have to play a solo like you would at contest. I'm not requiring you to be in an ensemble of any sort. I'm not actually even requiring you to play your instrument. If you would rather just talk or draw something or paint something or whatever, I'm giving you free choice to contribute in whatever way you want. Also, when you think of the word recital, maybe I should call it something else, but you think of like everybody goes up on stage one at a time and the audience all stares at them. Uh, while I would like to create something public out of this, I think it'd be cool to have a compilation of your work. You will not be required to show this to anyone other than me if you don't want to. Okay, so you'll all create something, you'll submit it to me, and at some point I'll ask you, do you want it to be private or do you want it to be public? Do you want it to be public without your name attached to it, or public with your name attached? Lots of choices. So you get to pick what you want to do, and you get to pick whether people see it or not, other than me. I was reading your emails that you sent me last time and looking at the form that you filled out a couple of class sessions ago. And I was super excited all over again. I'm like, well, this person's thinking of doing this. And like, I want to do a self trio, but I want to involve my family. Somebody had said, I want to involve my family somehow. So how can I do that? Can they like clap along or something like that? And so I'm thinking of ways to involve that. And I'm just genuinely excited. So anyway, I hope you can find something that excites you in this project. And I'm going to try and give you a ton of choices. So I'm going to show you, I don't know, I think I'm going to show you like 6 things right now. And they're all going to be short. And while you are allowed to do something full length, you could do a full 5-minute piece of music by yourself or with your friends. The expectation is that it's something that's 30 seconds long. And that's most of what I'm going to show you here is just short little snippets of things. So it doesn't have to be full performance. It's not like you're going to contest with your ensemble like you've done over the years. It's just a little thing. So some of the thoughts I had, and actually here's one thing, I'm going to say this one first because I'm pretty excited about it, but I don't have a demo video for you. At my house, almost every night, my family watches YouTube together. My daughters are into various different YouTubers, and so we watch. And some of them are dated, like Dan and Phil is kind of old stuff. Some of you've seen Dan and Phil, I'm sure. And you know, so we watch a lot of Dan and Phil, and we've seen some Danny Gonzalez and who's his friend Drew Gooden, and you know they're known for their commentary videos. I want somebody to make a YouTube commentary video on some band thing. One brilliant idea would be to take one of those speeches that me and Mr. McKnight put together last spring. It's like this 7-minute, hey everybody, we just wanted to check in and say some things. Like take one of those videos and make a YouTube Drew Gooden-esque commentary video on that. I think could be pretty awesome. Or you just take out your instrument and play through your circle of fourths and then make a YouTube commentary video on you playing through your circle of fourths, which I think could also be rather entertaining. So some of you are like, I don't even know how I do that, but some of you are that type of person. So I really want somebody to do that. I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody make a YouTube commentary video. But like I said, I don't have a demo video for that. Things that I do have a demo video for. Today, I'm going to show you some things. I'm not going to teach you how to do them today. That's for a different day. Okay, so for now, I just want you to go like, ooh, that seemed fun. I want to learn how to do that. All of the stuff I'm going to show you is not difficult. It's just not. So where should we start? I got to make sure, I got to pull up my list so I make sure I don't forget any of the things. Let's start with something you've seen before. If you want to find a piece of music and create a virtual ensemble performance like we did with Ross Roy last spring, or like what I'm about to show you, then I can help you do this. And I can show you the tech and I can actually help you assemble things. So just a little fragment of our brass quintet video that me and Mr. McKnight made with a couple of our friends. We took a brass quintet arrangement of Second Suite from Holst. I know you've seen this before, but it's been a while. Oh no, oh no. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so that's a little fragment of that. So I could help you create that. And again, you could be all 3, 4, 5 people in the video yourself, or you could get some friends together, find some music, and do that. I would be super happy to help you assemble such a thing. By the way, one of those the bald trumpet player there was Josh Levine's dad, and also Miss Levine's husband. Fun facts about that. He teaches orchestra actually down in at Bloomington Jefferson High School. So, okay, that was that thing. What else should we look at? There's a sound editing thing that's pretty easy to use if your device doesn't glitch out on you. It's called Soundtrap. And extracurricular folks know about Soundtrap. Wind Ensemble has done quite a bit with it. Jazz Band has done a little bit with it. Trombone choir as well. Basically, it's a lot of you have worked with GarageBand. GarageBand is like I can take all these tracks, I can edit them and do some things. But it's like GarageBand meets Google Docs. So I can work in a project like that, but I can also share it with somebody else and we can work in it almost basically live at the same time together. So it'd be a good way you could do by yourself or with the buddy. I'm going to record my part, now you record your part, and we'll work on editing them together. And so when I was getting ready to do that with trombone choir, we were doing an arrangement of James Bond soundtrack. And so I made a recording of all 4 parts with myself. So I'm gonna share just a little bit of that so you can see what that's like. I just found the music for it, and sorry, I'm gonna show you the note cards for a second. That's what we're here for. What am I doing? James Bond. Yeah, so I just recorded all 4 tracks myself. So here's a little bit of sample of what that looks and sounds like. Ready, go. Wow, it sounds really quiet. Maybe if I start at the beginning, it'll sound better. Good, we'll skip ahead just a little bit. Good, and then the ending, because it's fun, even though I kind of sucked at the ending, but it's fun to listen to anyway. Cool. And then since we're in Soundtrap, my other idea that you could use, and again, you could do tons of things with this app. And also, if there was a certain section where I played a wrong note or I didn't like what I did in the middle of a thing, I could chop it up if I wanted to. Like I'll go to the top track here. I could cut it right here and then cut it again right here. And this part really sucked, so I'm going to delete that and I'm going to re-record it. It's super easy to do stuff like that. So and again, I'll show you how to do that, but not today. The other Soundtrap thing I had was, and I'm going to use that whole second suite again. Say there's a solo moment, or it doesn't even have to be a solo moment, a moment in a band or orchestra piece that you always wanted to play, or like, I want to be that soloist. You can be the soloist now. I can show you really easily how to grab the audio off of the internet for a band piece, throw it into this app, and then record right alongside it. And now you are the soloist instead of the soloist being the soloist, or maybe along with the soloist. So what I've done here, again, with that whole second suite is I've got the audio of the band playing, and then I've got audio of me playing. So I'll play just a little bit of this. So you can hear me just playing trombone. So you can pick any band piece that has a recording on the internet and do this, as long as we can find music for you. The reason I picked this, there's a solo moment in there it's one of the iconic solos in the band repertoire. So it's like, I want to play just that solo. So I'm going to go right here. And that's the euphonium solo from Holst's Second Suite. And I can play it right along with the band. So there's a couple ideas where I can just play along with the band recording. It doesn't have to be a whole piece. I can just say, I just want to play the flute solo from Far and Away. So I'm going to get the audio from Far and Away, learn the flute solo, and it's going to be me playing the flute solo from Far and Away. I would have done that for you, by the way, if I wasn't such a terrible flute player. But that, something like that, or I could just be the soloist for something. Other interesting ideas. Can't even read my writing. Oh, okay. So all of you have GarageBand or can have GarageBand on your school iPads. A lot of you have used it before. Some of you have never used it before. But one of the things you could do with GarageBand is create your own song without having to record anything. You don't have to play your instrument. You don't have to sing anything. You can use the looping technology in GarageBand and create a song just with the loops that are in GarageBand. And it can actually sound pretty cool. I asked my friend Dr. Jannings about it because he's done a lot of this. So he sent me a demo video that he created for his classes. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of the Dr. Jannings video because it's pretty darn cool. So this is what you could do in GarageBand. And again, I will show you how to do this. It's really, really kind of ridiculously easy how easy it is to do this. Let's go here. And pull up this thing. We won't listen to the whole thing, we'll just do part of it. Again, I'm going to remind you, he didn't write this music. He just used the loops that are in GarageBand. So you don't have to figure out how to write that bass line. It's already in there. You just click on it and use it. Skipping ahead just a little bit. I'm going to play just this next part because he does a cool effect. It's really cool. So that's one of the cool things you can do. We can teach you how to do that, and you could do that by yourself, or you could work collaboratively with somebody to make something funky like that. You can also do that in Soundtrap. Soundtrap isn't quite as powerful as GarageBand, but it does do that. So you could do a collaborative soundtrack project where you're doing looping tech like that. Super fun. We're going to stay in this cute little video viewer and show you a couple of other things. Uh-oh, I closed the window I wasn't supposed to close. Hold, please. We did first trimester, we did some stuff with the, what's it called? Acapella app, where you can make little ensemble recordings with yourself. So I had a couple ideas with that, using the kookaburra and a fun little percussion instrument added to it. I made this little kookaburra. So that's my amateur spoons playing. I'm working on it. I've only had them for a couple of months, but that was just a fun little twist that you could play a canon with yourself and also goof around with it. We had a request for, can we do like a little trio thing like we did before, but also involve some clapping or snapping or something like that. So I have something for you. I think, oh, I don't know why the names aren't showing up. Here's an option, and I could give you the music for this. It's pretty easy. It only lasts 30 seconds. So here's this little guy. I forgot to warn you, there's a dog bark right at the end. That is Quinn was like, I gotta add a stinger to that. We always need a stinger. So that was Quinn adding his contribution at the end. So I have that I could give to you. And I also, the super short trio that you played in the fall where I had you all record the same piece, where it was just three, it was like 7 measures long. It was all quarter notes. I have several of those that you could use. And again, you could do those by yourself or with a buddy. So because they're all in the same key, so it doesn't matter what instrument your buddy plays, it would work together with them. I think so 2 final points real quick before I get you out of here. One is the website that is sheetmusicplus.com. That James Bond thing. I went to sheetmusicplus.com and just like searched trombone quartet and just went through and was like, oh, James Bond, that sounds fun. And it ended up being a cool project for the trombone choir. If you go there and find something that you want to do, again, by yourself or with your pals, I have some budget, we could buy you the music. So if you wander through Sheet Music Plus, you find a cool woodwind quintet, brass quintet, whatever, solo, I'll buy it, and then you can work on recording it with yourself or with your friends. So sheetmusicplus.com, feel free to wander through, send me a link to something and I'll buy it for you so you can work on recording it. And then my final idea here for you today, and again, these are only my ideas. You have giant creative brains. If you have other ideas that I didn't list today, please do them. Just tell me you're going to do them so I can help you with them. The last thing I was going to say, this consortium for Black American composers that got us the 4 pieces that you're going to hear on the band concert tonight. See how I called back to the band concert, Mr. McKnight? Are you so proud of me? It also netted us 8 other pieces of music. Some of which, I mean, one of them, obviously, the Marissa Renee piece you have in your folder right now. A couple of other ones are in the folders of the other bands right now, but some of them we haven't touched yet. I have one of them that actually sounds pretty cool. That where you could just grab 5 of your friends and do a flex ensemble of 6 or 7 or 8 people and record one of these pieces. It'd be super cool, and I would put you in touch with the composer. We could get them on there. One of them, it's a little bit of it's a fun little funky piece by a guy named Jamil Sashiri. He's a super cool guy, and the piece is really fun. So it could be cool to put together a little group of your pals. Again, whatever instruments they play, put them together and record a piece like that. It's only 3 minutes long, not super hard. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that as well. And so maybe next time I'll play you a recording of that Jamil Shashire piece because it's really fun. So those are my ideas. I would love for you to do one of them or whatever you want. Again, I talked about speeches as well. Somebody's going to do like a brief history of their instrument, which is really cool. I think that's fun. Some of you are really good visual artists. You could do painting, drawing, sculpting, whatever, in whatever way makes sense. Be happy to hear that and your other ideas.